Hi, clients and friends, and welcome to our November 2021 market video for the Prescott, Arizona area. I'm Pam Beitzel of the Beitzel team here at Realty Executives Arizona Territory, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about what's happening generally in the markets and compare some Octobers, as well as take a look at where people are moving away from and where they're moving to. So thanks so much for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to begin with our 2021 Prescott Area Market Report. Remember that whenever we do the month, say, of November, we can only look backward to the statistics for October. Also, I want to make sure that you understand that these statistics are for existing residential homes primarily. We really don't account in our Prescott Area Association of Realtors for brand new builds. Okay, well, let's get going. I want you to consider something. From 2000 to 2009, home builders built about 4.5 million homes in the U.S. And from 2010 to 2019, the next decade, they only built 6.9 million homes. To get to a decade that's lower than that, we have to go all the way back to the 40s, the decade 1940 to 49, World War II. That's incredible. It shows you that the recession caused a lag in home building that we are still trying to recover from. Just in that decade alone, we saw a deficit of 8 million homes. But in the same decade, we gained 25 million people. And our supply chain issues are only making it worse. So I share this because I want you to really understand why there just aren't enough homes in the United States right now to satisfy the needs of the population, and why housing will be at a premium probably for years to come. So be prepared to see more apartment complexes and renters, since housing is harder and harder to find, and investors are buying up homes that young families and first-time buyers would normally be able to afford, unfortunately. So it's a hard time to be a buyer, and it's likely not going to get a whole lot better soon. We predict a seller's market will be the new normal, at least for a few years. So you've got in this newsletter our numbers for the last month in the Prescott area. I'd like to do some comparisons from October's to October. So I want to take a look at October 21, 20, and 2019. Interesting that this 2019 market, keep in mind, it was still a seller's market at that time, a very strong seller's market. We only had a few months of inventory to take from. That got crazy last year, and it's continued on that pattern this year. Our active inventory right now for October, PAR tells us, is 717 homes. Last October, we had even fewer, only 685 active listings for sale. The year before, we had just about double that, 1,233. So that supply really took a hit. The sales, though, interestingly, have pretty much stayed very much the same through the Octobers. 435, 488 in October last year, and dipped back down to 449 this year. What's really remarkable and enduring has been the price increase. If you bought a home 2 years ago in October of 2019, you've gained about $150,000 just in 2 years. That is an incredible gain, way over what we would normally see in real estate. Our list to sell ratios are almost at 100%. Remember, they were over 100% this summer. They dipped down to slightly under that now. We used to see numbers right about here. It was almost pretty normal to see a 96 to 97% list to sell ratio. So that tells you that sellers are getting their prices, and that their prices are higher than they have ever been. Currently, our inventory is down over the summer months, or as compared to the summer months. And active inventory and closed sales will continue to decline through January, and then make a big jump in February, which will be the start of the spring-summer sales season. If you're a buyer, you should still keep your eyes open for properties that are listed over the winter. And if you're a seller, just know that when you do list over the winter, supplies are even lower than they normally are. So you kind of own the market a little bit and have your pick of really good, very serious, usually, buyers. Well, now I want to do something totally different just for a second. It's always interesting to note where people are moving from. People ask me that all the time whenever I'm out showing buyers or sitting down for a listing presentation with sellers. Where are all the people coming from? So let's take a look. And this information is based on U-Haul numbers. They track migration by tracking one-way trips. So obviously somebody rents a moving van in one state and they move to another state and drop it off. So that's what they're tracking, and what I have for you are the numbers from 2020. So let's take a look. The U-Haul numbers for 2020 ranked by migration growth. Tennessee was number one, and we did have some people move to Tennessee this year from Prescott. Went from number 12 to number one. It's also interesting to see how it changed. Texas stayed at number two. Florida went down from number one to three, and the Midwest kind of has some interesting showings here. Florida went from 7 to 4. Look at us in good old Arizona last year. We went from 20th to 5th, and we have been very popular, as has Colorado. They made even a bigger jump. Interestingly, Missouri was up there. Nevada went up from 24, and North Carolina fell a little bit. Some of the things I know for sure that these places have in common are some lower tax rates. So I think that does have a play for people in their retirement years. Lastly, let's look at the bottom 10. California was at the bottom. Illinois went up. New Jersey fell from 44. Massachusetts stayed the same at 47. We had Maryland about the same. Oregon took a big fall, which was interesting. And a lot of people, even more so, began to leave Louisiana, leaving Connecticut and New York. So this is where they are not going. Well, everybody, thank you so much for being our customers, clients, and friends over the years. We sure appreciate all of you, and we hope you look out for our little gift that we'll be sending to you, as we always do this November. We thank you from the person who subscribes to our newsletters to those of you who have listed and sold with us numerous times. We have so much gratitude for you. Thank you so much. We hope that you have a fantastic fall, that you stay healthy and well, and you get to enjoy all your families at Thanksgiving. Thanks so much from Pam Beitzel here at the Beitzel team. Have a great month. Bye.